Hong Kong, the last of 3 protest sites has been cleared, making an end to the blockades that have paralyzed the city's streets for more than 2 months. The Hong Kong SAR government began final clearing Monday morning on Yi Wo Street in the commercial district of Causeway Bay. Before beginning, police offered protesters 30 minutes to clear out, urging demonstrators to leave the short stretch of road immediately. Several refused, leading to their arrest. On Thursday, authorities dismantled the largest protest camp in the Admiralty District. In late November, another camp in Mong Kok, a crowded neighborhood on the other side of the Victoria Harbour, was also removed. Protests in the city have lasted nearly 80 days, disrupting traffic and daily lives. The Chinese Foreign Ministry has once again made it clear that it will never accept or participate in the arbitration on the South China Sea dispute initiated by the Philippines. Spokesman Qin Gang said China will react in case of provocation. Monday's the deadline set by the Permanent Court in The Hague for Beijing to respond to Manila's filing. Well, the Philippines has argued that the Chinese claim based on the 9-dash line has no legal basis whatsoever. The case is the first example of a neighbor challenging China's territorial claims through international arbitration. Our reporter Han Bin has the story.
China is at odds with the Philippines over the claims in the South China Sea. Manila filed for international arbitration in January 2013. Beijing is saying no to any ruling. Chinese scholars say the country has no obligation to respond.
The subject matter of the Philippine claims is in essence an issue of territorial sovereignty, which completely goes beyond the scope of the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. That's why the arbitration has no jurisdiction.
Professor Liu Nanlai points out that China had officially declared in 2006 that it won't take part in those procedures on sovereignty issues. He says it's the Philippines which has violated the laws.
The convention states clearly to give priority to the self-selection methods over compulsory settlement procedures, and arbitration should be based on the principles of consent by relevant parties.
China and the Philippines have agreed to resolve disputes through negotiations. Both have signed the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. China expounded on its view through a position paper released last week.
China's claims and relevant rights in the South China Sea have been gradually formed through long history. China has consistently advocated that relevant parties respect historical facts and international laws so as to resolve the overlapping claims in the region.
The 9-dash line existed long before the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. It's been regarded as a line of ownership of the features and historical waters. It indicates China's claims of sovereignty over all islands and reefs within the line. Many experts believe the arbitration is a political move coming at a time when the U.S. has been emphasizing alliances in the region. They say the disputes have evolved into a geopolitical contest of politics and interests involving both the claimant and non-claimant states.
The South China Sea issue is highly sensitive and complicated. Resolving territorial disputes through peaceful and bilateral negotiations has been the common practice in the world. It's unbelievable to imagine that any country, especially the big countries, would allow giving the right of resolution to any third party.
China promotes putting aside disputes and agreeing to common exploration. But the Philippines still insists on arbitration.